She was a loving wife and mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, aunt, cousin, friend to so many. Gerry was Geraldine Iris, the youngest of 3 children of Isidore and Rose Iris, born July 28, 1922 in New York. She grew up in Newark with her sister Ruthie and brother Harvey of blessed memory. Millie was also very dear to her. Her father ran a grocery store where she grew up in Newark. They lived in the back, and Sydney often visited the store because he was so madly in love with her. Gerry was extremely bright, the valedictorian of her high school, and she edited the yearbook. Together, Gerry and Sydney raised Larry, Jeff, and Susan, and they welcomed their children-in-laws, Ron, Eleanor, and Deanne. Gerry was active in ORT, Hadassah, and the PTA. Larry recalled to me shortly after the family moved to Florida, and he was in 6th grade in elementary school, and his teacher taught the class that Jews were born with horns and tails. When he brought that lesson home, Gerry marched directly to the head of the school board and made sure that was one lesson that would never be taught again. Larry told me she was a fighter, and she stood up for her children and their education and was proud of her Jewish heritage. Gerry became loving grandmother to Jennifer with Mike, Rebecca with Eric, Adam with Dina, and Joshua with Katie. And she welcomed great-grandchildren Jacob, Zachary, Nathan, Sydney, Jason, Rachel, and Ashley. Her grandchildren and great-grandchildren called her Gigi. Susan, you said she was such a great mom. She liked to make everybody happy and was very social, he told me. She loved her life and was devoted to her family. She even enjoyed traveling across the country to be there for their special events. Gerry and Sydney were devoted to Temple Sinai in Delray Beach, where she made many friends. They were ushers together, and Sydney served on our board of trustees. Her children told me how Gerry loved crossword puzzles and passed that love on to her children. Larry said it contributed to her excellent vocabulary. Susan, you told me your mother never complained because she never wanted you to worry. She always thought about others, you said, before even thinking of herself. And you said, quote, she was not the best cook in the world, but you liked her food anyhow. Steaks and salads. People thought of her as a delight to be around because she was nice to everyone and only made friends. Never a gossip nor mean. Jeff told me how he is loaded with kind emails lavishing praise upon his mother, who remember how lovely she was. His and Eleanor's friends loved her. Eleanor's mother praised Gerry for her compassion. Jeff recalled how his mother cared about her appearance, being very stylish, and a phenomenal woman on top of that. And he recalled how well-read she was and loved education, and was a Scrabble champion among her friends, which she had so many of. He also recalled her special ability to follow every conversation in the room. He described her as loving and a giving caregiver who helped her kids. He remembers help with homework from when he was little. He said she was the youngest mother in his class, but so actively involved and loving and affectionate. A friend also described Gerry as engaged in the joy of life. She only made friends. I'm going to read something now that her son, Jeff, emailed to me, and that'll be followed by something special that Susan has also prepared. Jeff wrote to me, Dear Rabbi Greg, thank you for talking with me tonight. The 7, he said it's grandma, it's just Gigi, not Grandma Gigi. He made sure he corrected me. He said, in addition to my remarks that I shared with you as you requested, here are the words to the prayer adapted from Rami M. Shapiro that I would love to read at the end of my eulogy and my final remarks, he's preparing a service at his home as well. Here's the prayer. We are loved by an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by an unending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by the eyes that meet us even when we are too weak for meeting. We are loved by an unending love, embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who loves your people. He finished his email writing, Mom, I love you so much and will miss you as much as I love you. May you rest in peace eternally. You were a blessing to everyone you touched. Your devoted son and middle child, Jack. Now I'd like to invite Susan, Gerry's daughter, to read the remarks she's prepared. Yes, just please watch your step. It's a little curious.
I was up early this morning and sat at the kitchen table and went back in time 20 years. My parents loved this house. Dad would sit on the rolling chair and gaze at the lake. Mom would be serving him. She felt it was her job